The art of bonsai is to make a small tree look like a 3,000 old year old tree. And so some of the concepts are, sort of a wide trunk that sort of tapers like that, like an old tree would, and has roots that spread and finger out for that foundation, and then that sort of that twisting, gnarled aspect to it, and then branches that reach out, and you want to start off with trees that have small leaves because the leaf to the trunk and height ratio needs to be proportionate to make it look like an old tree. And so because of that, you're basically trying to recreate that. It's something that I decided to try and learn, and it's taken a long time. The learning cycles of a tree is long. You make a mistake, you make a mistake in August, you don't even find out sometimes that mistake until next March, and then you don't have a way to change it until the next August again. So your learning lessons are sometimes a year, or you make you this branch right here is a little yellow right here because I twisted it a little bit too much. And so now it's going to take a full year to recover that thing to it's perfectly green. And now I know how much I can tweak a juniper when it's at a top branch. And so, and what time of year to do it. So it's not weakening it before the winter time. So it's these lessons that sometimes takes a year to do, and maybe a year to three to recover, I
What
think.
does bonsai do for you though? Like, what is is it the patience? Is it the art? Is it meditative?
Yeah, it's I've never thought of myself as an artistic person. I wasn't born to draw. I'm not really good at, I can't sing, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't do any of that stuff. But people tell me, or my family will say, like, "Oh my gosh, you're so creative with the photography or with bonsai." And but it's a lot of technique. It's a lot of technique of what to do. I just like it to make. There's different styles too. There's ones that look like bonsai trees. I like to make mine look like a tree, and so I know how a tree looks like. I know what a tree looks like, and I know the characteristics of those. For example, you don't want parallel branches. You barely see a tree going up with two branches going up here. They sort of stagger, and they go from larger branches that are reaching out for the sun, so they have to be thicker. You go from the bottom, and then they sort of reach out until they get light, so they sort of go in a little bit of a triangular shape. And so I know that. I know how they grow. So I'm able to recreate that into the tree, and it's sort of nice to be able to do that. And so I don't think it's creative, but some people would say that it is. So maybe it's a creative outlet to do something like that, to make something. I just like looking at them.